Let's dive into the wild past of Zac Efron. This dude has had quite the roller coaster ride in Hollywood. He started off as a Disney dreamboat, winning hearts left and right. But then he got sucked into the party scene and went down a slippery slope of cocaine addiction. His relationship with Vanessa Hudgens crumbled and he hit rock bottom. But then he bounced back, and with a whole new face. And let's not forget the time he got attacked in downtown LA at midnight. It's like a crazy movie plot, but sadly it's all true. This Neighbors star got his butt whooped in a seriously sketchy situation. He found himself in a street brawl with a homeless dude. Apparently Zac somehow ended up in a dodgy area and got a serious punch in the kisser from a homeless guy. The cops were nearby, but it seems like maybe they were too busy chowing down on donuts or something because Zac and his bodyguard were left to fend for themselves against at least 3 other people. The LAPD is all like, yup, there was a battery report filed against Zac Efron and some other dude. And now the LA Times is reporting that Zac and his friend got into a tussle with a homeless person in downtown LA. Apparently, it's a rough area where the cops are always on the lookout for drug deals and gang activity. One source claimed that he was clearly under the influence when this whole thing went down. When the cops arrived, they grilled Zac about what went down. And according to Zac, he and his bodyguard were just sitting in their car waiting for a tow truck when they chucked a bottle out of the window. It landed near a group of homeless folks who then confronted them. Zac claims that 2 of these guys attacked his bodyguard, and when he tried to intervene, he got punched right in the face. Ouch. But wait, there's more. Years later, Zac revealed that they were actually on the hunt for a place to party, but their car ran out of gas on the freeway. They called an Uber, but then a homeless guy tapped on the window and chaos ensued. According to Zac, the homeless guy had a knife or some other weapon, so he got out of the car to disarm him. The cops showed up and deemed it a mutual combat, meaning that both parties were at fault. But really, everyone just wants to know why Zac was parked in a sketchy part of town in the first place. Was he really just waiting for a tow truck, or was he up to no good? Honestly, it makes sense if he was in the area for drugs. He's had some struggles with drugs in the past. The guy has gone to rehab twice for coke and even dabbled in Molly, which I guess is not the girl next door. But to be fair, going to rehab is a brave move and I'm all for it. Apparently, he tried to clean up his act by going to a private residence for intensive outpatient care. But then, during the filming of Neighbors, he had a major setback and started using again. It's really sad because he used to be this wholesome Disney Channel kid, and now he's just known for his issues with drugs. There's even an article that tries to break down why he turned to coke in the first place. It claims that Zac's got some major beef with his parents who can't seem to let him be his own person, and that's why he started hitting the drugs. It also claims that he was not happy with his movie career. It started off hot with High School Musical, but then it sort of fizzled out. And on top of all that, he's got some girl problems, although apparently it's not with Vanessa Hudgens. And lastly, a while back, he was hanging out with a sketchy crowd who introduced him to the world of ghosts. Zac eventually pulled through and got his act together though. So yes, Zac Efron has had some wild times with drugs and alcohol in the past. But at the same time, he's also been open about how tough it can be to fight addiction, and even joined Alcoholics Anonymous and started seeing a therapist. He said that it changed his life, which is pretty good. But here's where things get weird. At one point, he broke his jaw in a super bizarre accident. Like he was just running around his house in socks and slipped on some water, smacking his face into a granite fountain. Ouch. He was knocked out cold, and when he came to, his chin bone was hanging off his face. Yikes. And if that wasn't bad enough, the poor guy also tore his ACL, dislocated his shoulder, broke his wrist, and threw out his back around the same time. Like, what the heck was he doing? Was he trying to age himself 20 years overnight? Anyway, all those injuries led some people to speculate that he had plastic surgery to fix his face. It's been quite a journey for the guy from High School Musical. And while we're at it, let's talk about how Zac Efron looked a bit different in his talk with Bill Nye the Science Guy. People noticed that he had a chiseled feature on his face. That clip quickly went viral. Memes flooded Twitter with comparisons to characters like Handsome Squidward, The Weeknd in Save Your Tears music video, and even Human Shrek. But some people took it a step further and accused Zac of messing up his face with plastic surgery and fillers. However, after a year of rumors, Zac finally addressed the speculation that his face transformed in an interview with Men's Health in October 2022. As for all the mean things people said about his face, Zac says it doesn't bother him too much, but come on, we all know he's secretly crying into his pillow at night. Luckily, his fans have his back and know he's still a babe, even if he doesn't look like a fresh-faced teen anymore. But enough about that, let's get into some drama. Specifically, the breakup between Zac and Vanessa Hudgens. It's rumored that one of the reasons they didn't work out was because Vanessa was super jealous of all the girls vying for Zac's attention. I mean, who wouldn't be jealous? He's basically a walking heartthrob. But it seems like jealousy was taking its toll on their relationship. So Vanessa and Zac fell for each other while making High School Musical and were together for a while before calling it quits in 2010. Vanessa spilled the tea about how hard it was to juggle her career and love life, but they still had some amazing moments together. When Vanessa got herself into some trouble with not one, but 2 photo scandals, Zac had her back and supported her through it all. So in 2009, some scandalous pics of Vanessa Hudgens were leaked online, and people started talking about whether or not she'd get kicked off High School Musical 3. The situation got even spicier when rumors began to circulate that she had sent pics to Drake Bell, formerly of Nickelodeon fame. Yikes. But hold on to your hats, because just a month later, Vanessa found herself embroiled in yet another photo scandal. Zac Efron, being the good boyfriend that he was, stood by her side during all this drama, even when he was down under doing press and had no clue what was happening. Anyway, lately it appears Zac Efron's been causing quite the ruckus with his new gig on Netflix. Word on the street is that a company called bottom.Earth Organics is taking him and the streaming giant to court over their new show, Down to Earth with Zac Efron. Apparently, this company's health and wellness brand has taken a hit because of the show, and they're not too happy about it. The company is claiming that they had the rights to that name for media and entertainment way before Zac and Netflix ever came along. Down to Earth is demanding some serious cash from Zac and Netflix, as well as an injunction to stop them from using their Down to Earth trademark. Finally, there's this really disturbing article on the internet, and it has to do with the infamous Harvey Weinstein. Apparently, one of Harvey's accusers testified in court that he told her to pretend he was someone like Zac Efron while he was physically abusing her. Can you believe that? Talk about triggering. The victim even blacked out for a moment, but managed to break free from his grip by flailing her arms and stabbing him with a broken nail. And get this, Harvey's idea of calming her down was to tell her to pretend that he was Zac Efron. Like, seriously, dude? You're nothing like him. This whole situation is just downright traumatizing. That's a wrap for this video. Do you think Zac had it rough? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.